Hello guys, welcome to the Stag Show. I decided to do a little bit of a different video today where I'm actually talking at the camera for a change. I also have up some painting you can watch next door, which is a painting I've been working on with kind of like a siren, vampire, mermaid type of scene. So I've been doing more underpainting, which is really great for learning like light and shadows and whatnot. But I asked you guys a couple days ago what you would like to see or hear in videos, because I kind of decided I would probably do this. And one of the questions kind of got me thinking of balancing life and art. I don't. I do, like, the thing is, like, every art for everybody is different. I don't necessarily mean unique or special. Different steps need to be done and whatnot, depending on the person, depending on the route they're going or are on. Sometimes it requires more. Like, some artists might have a personal assistant, which they're able to do a lot more for them personally. I do not, so I have a lot of hands-on stuff I have to do to make the business run. Some people might just be hobbyists and might have issues with family where it's like, well, you gotta spend time with the kids, or the husband, wife, whatever, wants them to pretty much not do it as much, especially if they have another job and whatnot. Like, family is important, very, very important, but there's a catch, because if you are like a career artist, you have to feed said family, so you have to work a lot. Being self-employed, it really takes a lot out of you. I personally don't get to sit here and just paint and draw all day, but that would be amazing. But there's certain things I have to do, like social media and updating websites and listings and answering emails and stuff, and it takes a lot of time, and that's time you don't necessarily get paid to do. It's just all part of kind of the job and advertising. When it comes to my daughter, like, I try not to be out of reach, because I work from home. Like, she can come in and out in the art room anytime she wants. If I'm going to whatever reason when she's home, which I normally do it when she's asleep. If I'm recording voice for a video or whatever, like, I let her know so she knows, don't come knocking the door, but half the time she still does anyway. It's fine. If she needs something, like, I try to drop everything. Like, I don't want art to be this thing that she ends up hating because her mom was busy all the time. Like, right now, she's in love with the idea of being an artist. Maybe one day actually being the next White Stag. Like, just assuming my business, and that would be actually pretty amazing. She would be my greatest legacy. She might grow out of it, kids are fickle. But that just would be really neat. And I wouldn't want to ruin art for her by, being unreachable, and like, sometimes she can do some things with me. Like, I've had her help me package stuff in the past. Like, I wouldn't have her like put things in the actual packing envelopes, but if I had something that needed to go, that I was doing in bulk and needed to be put in like a little sleeves or something, I would have her help me do that if she wanted to, because she gets this big sense of accomplishment to do those things. Like, you can include your kids in a little bit. One thing I feel like I need to do more of is maybe teaching her how to draw. Like, ideally, I would have all this time in the world and I could make a second YouTube channel where, with my daughter, and it would just be all about me teaching my daughter how to draw, how to paint, how to do the things. Like, it would be really great. Like, she's really into watching some YouTubers right now, mostly from Minecraft videos. And I know she would love being on YouTube. but I don't really necessarily want to put her in a spotlight because, you know, it's my baby bear and kind of protecting from the internet, which is a dark place. But, other family members have, like, they seem to think I work too much. I put in easily, like, 100 hours a week. I don't have a lot of downtime. Like, I honestly cannot sit still because I will fall asleep. Like, if I have to go somewhere to, like, a family house, I feel like sleeping. Because I need that constant work something. I don't know. I think I get it from my dad. Because he was always working all the time when I was a kid. He ran his own business, actually, with a lawn care, and he was the caretaker of a cemetery. Stereotypical. But, like, I feel like I got a lot of, like, my work ethic. Making up words. My work ethic. Words is hard. But I feel like I got a lot of that from him. Let's just avoid that word. If you're new to the channel, I absolutely suck at words and talking, and I'm terrible on camera. I started a YouTube channel and randomly started talking more and more in videos, and I was, ended up streaming on Twitch live, and eventually I got up the nerve to start doing camera. But it's a lot more awkward when I'm recording and just talking to myself. For these videos. So it's not something I really, like, wanted to do. But I know I need to start taking things a little seriously. And at least try to put stuff out on YouTube. Like, I have this thing that's just sitting there. And I have, like, all these high hopes and dreams because I wanted to do tutorials. And I still want to. And I was thinking about starting kind of like a coloring corner, because I illustrate coloring books too. And I think it would be really cool to have like kind of like a color along thing where I got color a page and maybe release it, because I'm self-publishing, like I own all the rights, I can share whatever the hell I want. And that would be really cool to see everyone coloring them, and I have yet to actually do a flip through. I've seen videos of flip throughs of my coloring books on YouTube. I've accidentally watched a live stream of one, which was actually really awkward because I was just like kind of lurking. I just happened to find it in my Facebook newsfeed, which I don't spend a lot of time on Facebook. Like I have like zero time to check things. Like, I feel like I'm really bad at managing things. And it's easy for me to check out with, especially social media, because I am not naturally social. Can you guess? That is probably a pretty common trait in artists, more introverted. I would love to do a video on my thoughts on that, too. Because I feel like that's kind of like a subject for another day. Because I feel like being an artist, you're required to socialize, and at the same time, most artists are not sociable people. I say a lot. I'm surprised, because I actually recorded this in like one go. I'm still talking. I half expected my cat to come, like, headbutting my door and trying to get in, or whatnot. But if you have issues trying to find what you need to do in a day and focusing on work and focusing on family, like you should probably set a goal, a certain allotment of what you need to do for yourself too, because it is healthy to take breaks. Like I don't really take breaks, and it's really hard for me to justify it. Like I really enjoy playing games. And I feel like I have a little bit of an addictive personality, and I gotta be careful with what I do, because I have completely checked out for like 6 months and played Ark before. I think that was probably about a year ago, where I wasn't doing a lot. I definitely probably disappeared from YouTube. I wasn't even streaming on Twitch. But, like, it's easy for me to check out on social media and stuff. I think after a while, every now and again, like, my brain just kind of breaks and I have to, like, step away from everything. Sometimes it is literally just me being overcritical of, like, my style or what I'm doing, and it's kind of easy to overcome if I actually look at it kind of outside the box and, like, set out to actually learn something and actually grow from the experience, as opposed to just sitting there and wallowing in self-pity, which is so easy to do. But, like, definitely setting goals and, like, making some type of schedule. I don't really have, like, a set schedule because things change and the workloads and stuff I gotta do between orders and messages. Like, some days, like, no one will message me or say anything for, like, a week. I am terrible at, like, actually checking social media things. Like, if someone sent me a direct message, I'd probably get it. But, like, Instagram, like, I don't know how to go back and look at comments because, like, the window is only so big, and I hate answering things on my phone. Like, I feel like a giant trying to type on a thing. It doesn't help that I have pretty long nails. But a schedule definitely helps. Like, sometimes I'll write a little to-do list if there's, like, something that's more pressing, something that's different that I really want to remember to do tomorrow. And I might not remember to check it, but just writing it down really kind of helps. Like, normally in, like, mornings is reserved for, like, answering back messages and stuff, and that go and start working on coloring pages. But sometimes I might be at the end of a coloring book when done, and I might end up having to format, and, like literally things change every day depending on what I'm working on. It might have not had an opportunity to get, like, a sketch done, like, the night before bed or something, and I like to try to have stuff like that done before stream at night. What I need to do is, like, every day sit down and, like, actually sketch and draw, which I got out of the habit of doing that because I'm just so whimsical with everything. When I'm working on the coloring pages, I'm literally just, like, tracing sketches, so, like, it's why it's, like, perfect for morning, because I don't have to think. I can sit there with my first cup of coffee, and Photoshop may or may not still be up from, like, a week before, because I suck at restarting the computer. But, like, I'm always working, but I don't shut out my family. Unless I can't answer the phone. I do suck at answering phones. I'm not a huge fan of it. Like, I prefer messages. Written messages. Like, you want to have, like, an even mix. And if you have another job, and you can't necessarily support yourself off of your art alone, like, that makes it so hard, because you really have to prioritize family, and your family needs to come up there, and, like, obviously keeping them healthy, safe, and, you know, cared for or whatever, like, needs to go first, so you have to kind of prioritize your main job that's making you all the money. But, one would hope your family would appreciate what you're doing with the art, but not everyone is very supportive of the arts, unfortunately. Like, I've met my fair share of people that, like, they just want to stomp it down just because it's not a legitimate art career, or, like, career in general for people. Like, art's just, they literally assume I'm finger painting all day and just rolling around in paint. Like, I look like I have been. I don't own a single piece of clothing without paint on it somewhere. It's unfortunate. It's lucky when it's, like, black paint, not white or various colors. But anyway, guys, I want to keep making videos, and I want to try to maybe put myself out there more. This is kind of also probably going to be therapeutic for me as well, like, showing my face and talking because I'm not a people person. I'm not even a people. A unicorn. He used to be a unicorn. If anyone follows me from like the beginning, when I tried to do talking videos, I used to wear a unicorn face. And I would actually voice over. I was sitting there in that chair in a unicorn mask, just sitting recording that because I couldn't talk. Because I would get really short of breath in the mask and you wouldn't be able to hear it too well. So, fun fact! Those videos are way more awkward than they actually looked. Like, I have this aversion to cameras. There's just not many pictures of me. Like, I had more, I feel, when I was a teenager than I do, like, even now. Like, I try to take some pictures, some of them selfies, whatever the kids call them, and put them up there. And I see some artists doing that, and I'm like, should I? But I feel like I lose like 30 followers when I do that. Which I'm fine with, because, well, whatever, but... Anyway, guys, thanks for any input. How do you guys manage life and art, like balancing? Feel free to comment if you have ideas for other videos, things you want to hear talked about that isn't necessarily like tutorial based or whatever. Like, if you want tutorials, like, let me know too. I would, like, I change the way I paint so frequently too, as I'm evolving. So it's kind of weird for me to even think about teaching, but I wouldn't mind it. Like, I'm probably terrible at explaining things because the amount of words that I'm great at. I'm not great at articulating sentences. I'm just not. I'll just be like, slap some paint over here and there. You're done. Some glitter. So, let me know if you have any ideas, and you guys can, if you want to help support the channel, lowbrowmisfits.com for all your lowbrow misfit needs. Prints, paintings, I have like layaways for certain allotments, orders, or whatever. There's also Patreon if you want like monthly subscription packages of art every month, because obviously I have nothing better to do than paint many paintings in a month. And you can find me streaming live on Twitch, which is pretty cool. Like, I can answer some questions like outright right away. There is some like delay, but painting live, I can't stream the live painting to YouTube anymore because I'm affiliated over on Twitch. But I can occasionally repost streams if I'm not playing music, but half the time I'm playing music. It's very, very dull because I try not to scare off people. It's very easy. But, thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe, and words and stuff. And you can find all my social media below, and some stuff at the end of the video. Bye!